Good, thank you.
Yeah? How have you been over the past week?
Okay.
Okay. So out of 10, how okay would you say you've been, with 10 being really good and 0 not being good at all?
About a 4.
About a 4. So you're okay is a bit qualified, really, eh?
Yeah.
How did you go on those tasks that we talked about last time? You know, the trying to get some exercise and trying to do something nice for yourself?
Oh, I did some of them.
Yeah, what were you able to do?
I went for a walk.
That's good. Just one?
Yeah.
That's better than none at all, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And were you able to do any pleasant things for yourself?
Kind of. I had a bubble bath.
Did you enjoy that?
Not really.
Okay. Well, it's good that you did it though, because once you start doing some of these pleasant things, then you start to feel a bit better, because what happens when you get depressed is that you stop doing nice things for yourself, and if you stop doing nice things for yourself, well, you get even more depressed. So that's why I'm suggesting that you try and do something nice for yourself every day.
Okay.
So it's good that you did some things anyway. Well then, what do you think we should talk about today? What are we going to put on the agenda?
I think we should talk about friends.
About friends. Okay. Do you feel down about friends? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Rightio. Anything else you want to put on the agenda for today?
No.
Okay. Rightio. Can you just fill out for me what it is about friends that you want to talk about?
Well, I don't know if I have any true friends, and if they are my true friends, why do they hurt me all the time?
So you get hurt by friends?
Yeah, or people who say they're my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm wondering if you get depressed. Do you feel depressed about your friend's situation?
Yeah, I do.
So what's the stronger feeling for you, the depression or the hurt?
The depression.
The depression, okay. So can you think of a situation recently where you felt depressed about your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell me about that?
Well, I have this friend called Bronwyn, and she self-harms all the time, and she always looks for my attention, and I can't help her out if she's going to keep cutting, and I can't support her. Like, she wants money all the time, and I can't support her because I can't live myself, and it makes me really depressed that I can't help her. And
so the situation is not being able to help. Right?
Yeah, and that she's just looking for attention from everyone, and it really screws me up.
So not being able to help Bronwyn, you feel depressed?
Yeah.
On a 10-point scale, how depressed would you say you are?
About an 8.
10 is really depressed.
About an 8.
8, okay. And what do you tend to do when you're that depressed?
I cry. I sometimes cut up myself. I look for people's attention, and in different ways, because I'm so low, and sometimes things get out of control.
What do you do to get the attention in those occasions?
Well, sometimes I ring people up and say I'm going to cut, and then not do it, but they've called an ambulance or something, or I take an overdose or something.
So you get quite down.
Yeah.
And do you see that way of behaving when you're down doesn't really help you?
Yeah.
So I guess we need to help you not feel down, or help you develop other ways of lifting yourself up and not feeling as down. So let's just see what's going on in your thinking when you're feeling that depressed. You know, you're thinking you're not able to help Bronwyn and you feel depressed because?
Well, because I just can't help her, and
You're thinking, I can't help her,
and that she's coming to me for the wrong with the wrong intentions.
I didn't understand what you meant then.
Well, she's looking for attention from me, like seeking attention, but I can't give it to her.
So you can't
I can't
help her.
run to her every time she needs me.
And, you know, what else is going on in your thinking? What are you expecting of yourself?
Well, I expect that maybe I could do a bit more for her, but
I could do a bit more. Are you thinking you should do a bit more?
I can't do any more because it's just getting me down even more.
So when you're feeling down, though, are you thinking I should do a bit more for her?
Yeah.
Mm. And when you can't, what are you thinking about yourself? You know, what does that mean about you?
I just hate myself for it.
I hate myself. And do you compare yourself with other people?
I do.
And how do you come out?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
No, in your thinking. What are you
Am I
thinking?
I just think I'm not worth it.
I'm not worth it. I'm not worthwhile, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I can understand how that line of thinking isn't helping you. It's just going to be pulling you into a depression, isn't it?
Mm.
If you're thinking, I can't help her and I can't do much for her and I should do a bit more for her and I hate myself and I'm not worthwhile. You know, where do you think that line of thinking is going to get you?
Not very far.
You can see that sort of thinking is just going to pull you into being depressed.
Mm.
So maybe it's not so much not being able to help Bronwyn that causes you to be depressed, but thinking, I can't help her and I should do a bit more for her and I hate myself and I'm not worth it. And that line of thinking causes you to be depressed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you imagine maybe 5 different people with a friend like Bronwyn? Yeah? Do you think everybody would necessarily feel the same way?
No. Some people could probably handle it better.
Yeah, how might they be feeling?
They might be able to help Bronwyn.
How would they feel emotionally, do you think?
Emotionally. Maybe a little low, but
Not as low as
not
you
as
are.
low as me, yeah.
And what might they be thinking if they just feel a bit low?
Maybe that they're trying to think of a way that they can help Bronwyn.
And they might think it's sad that she is that way, but
Yeah.
I'll just see what I can do to help, yeah? And somebody else, how might they feel about Bronwyn?
They might hate her.
And be angry?
Be
you think?
angry. Yeah.
And what might they be thinking?
Why? Maybe why she does all this attention seeking and stuff.
And she shouldn't do
And
it.
she shouldn't do it.
Okay, and that line of thinking leads to anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Somebody could be spiteful.
spiteful.
Yeah.
How might they be feeling?
I don't know.
Might they, I'm just trying to think, what feelings do people have when they're spiteful? They feel jealous? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah? What might they be thinking?
Maybe they're jealous because she's getting all the attention.
Yeah, so she's getting the attention and I'm not, and I should be getting as
Yeah.
much attention. So can you see different people think different ways and as a result they feel differently?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I can't help her, I should do a bit more for her and I hate myself and I'm not worth it. And you can see that line of thinking is causing you to be depressed. So I'm thinking we probably need to do some work together to help you develop skills to think differently so you don't feel quite as depressed.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be helpful?
Maybe.
So why don't we just have a look at these thoughts and just explore them a bit and see if you need to think that way? Does that make sense to you?
Okay.
Okay. You know, some of these things, you know, I don't know if they're worth challenging. You know, I can't help her. You know, I can't give her that help to her. It seems at the present time you don't have the resources to help her. Yeah? So we can't challenge that. Maybe that's fact. Yeah? Because you're pretty down and you really need to look after yourself. But then you're saying, I should do a bit more for her. I'm really wondering why you should do more for her.
Maybe she needs just a true friend to stick by her.
Well, that's one way of thinking about things.
Just because her behaviour and acting out is going to lose all her friends and stuff.
Who do you think is responsible for her behaviour?
She is.
She is, yeah. You're not responsible for it, are you?
No, but every time I get a phone call saying I'm in hospital or I've just cut up, it makes me feel down and like I want to do the same.
But you're thinking you should be doing more for her.
Yeah.
You know, you should do a bit more for her. But
Try and snap her out of it.
But I think we have to get you thinking, why should you do a bit more for her? You know, it would be nice if you could, but you're not feeling that good yourself at the moment.
No.
So why should you do more for her?
I guess I shouldn't do more for her, but I just feel like I haven't done enough.
Well, you know, the other way to look at it is that if she's doing this to get attention, do you think it's constructive to feed into that?
No.
No. No. Because maybe she's got to take responsibility for that herself. So instead of saying, I should do a bit more for her, what alternative could you be thinking that maybe is a little bit more helpful for you?
Maybe I could try and support her a little bit more.
I could support her, but that doesn't mean you should keep helping her, does it?
No.
No.
Maybe I should let her know that I'm her friend and that I'm going to be around, but I can't be there all the time.
Because you've got to look after yourself.
Yeah.
And it seems as though, you know, she needs to start taking responsibility for herself, do you think? Yeah. But I just want to go a little bit deeper, and we'll come back to that. You know, you're saying, I should do more for her, and because I don't, I'm not worthwhile. I'm not worth it. Now, that's pretty hard thinking.
Yeah.
You know, if you had a friend who was a bit frustrated because she couldn't do more to help her friend, would you be saying to her, oh, you should be doing more and I hate you for not doing more and you're not worthwhile?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why wouldn't you say it to a friend?
Because that's not what you say to friends. That's not...
Would it help your friend?
No.
No. So do you think that way of thinking is helping you?
No.
No. So we really need to work at changing it, don't we?
Yeah.
So let's just explore this thinking about not being worthwhile. Can you tell me what makes somebody worthwhile? Because you're saying you're not, so you must know what makes other people worthwhile. Yeah? What do you think makes other people worthwhile?
Popularity.
So are you telling me that anybody that's not popular is not worthwhile?
No, that's not what I'm... Like, everybody is worthwhile. Just...
Can you say that again?
Everyone's worthwhile.
Except you. You've got a different rule for you?
Yeah.
So everybody else walking around in the earth is worthwhile except you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense?
No.
Why are you so special?
That's the thing, I'm not special.
So you are just like everybody else?
No, they're all special. I'm not.
Does that make sense? To have one rule for everybody else and a different rule for you?
No.
Do you think it's helping you to be thinking that way?
No.
So being popular doesn't necessarily make someone worthwhile. We worked that one out?
Yeah.
So can you think of what does make people worthwhile?
I don't know.
Do you want to do an experiment with me?
Okay.
Can you picture a drunk, down in St Kilda, Yeah?
Yeah.
And maybe he does a few burgs to pay for his habits, he might get into the drugs too. Do you think he is worthwhile?
Definitely.
And why is he worthwhile?
Because he's a person.
Can you say that again for me?
Because he's a person.
Oh, so he's worthwhile because he is a person.
He's a human being.
He's a human being, so
Yeah,
he is
he has
worthwhile.
feelings.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good to me. Let's think of another person. They're a very handicapped person, and they're your age, but they still can only lie in a beanbag, and they have to have their nappy changed, and they're spoon-fed pureed food. Is that person worthwhile?
Definitely.
And why is
They're
that?
special.
They're special. Yeah.
They're more special than a normal person.
But they have worth. I'm not sure if they're more special than other people, but you're telling me they are worthwhile.
Yeah.
Let's think of another person. Have you heard of Mother Teresa?
Yeah, she's dead.
She's dead now. But when she was alive, was she worthwhile?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah? Now, I'm not asking you, did she do worthwhile things?
No, she was worthwhile. She had God.
But did that necessarily mean she was worthwhile?
Everyone who has God is worthwhile.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Do you fall into that category or another
No.
category? No. Okay.
God and I are fighting at the moment.
You're allowed to,
We're
That's
in big
fine.
arguments.
Okay. But you told me before that the drunk, I'm not sure if he had God, he was worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've told me that the handicapped person was worthwhile. Yeah. They probably haven't even got the ability to think about God.
Mm.
And Mother Teresa, she's worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's line the three of them up. Which one do you think has the most worth?
Mother Teresa.
Now, I want to clarify here with you. I'm not asking you which one did the most worthwhile things. I'm saying, as a human being, which one has the most worth?
The handicap.
Now, why do you think that?
Because they're special. They might not be able to do anything, but they're just special.
Mm-hmm. What about the poor drunk?
Yeah, he's special too.
So they're all special.
Yeah.
So, I'm a bit puzzled about this worth issue. What do you think?
I'm confused now.
Why are you confused?
Well, because I guess I don't understand why I think they're special and I'm not special.
Maybe that's a good thing to be confused about.
Maybe.
Yes, well, I was going to have a fourth person in this lineup because I was thinking they all were equally as good as each other. That's what I was thinking. Now, if we put a fourth person in this lineup and it really is you, how does your worth compare with theirs?
I guess I'm special in some ways, but not in every way.
But do you have to be special, or can you just be you?
I guess I can be me.
And do you need to be thinking that you is any better or worse than anybody else?
No, I guess not.
Can just being you be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me, do you have any times where just being you is okay? You just have an okay you?
Yeah.
Yeah? When is that?
When I sing.
Okay. Well, I could say go out from here and keep singing. But when you stop singing, does it change you?
No.
No. So what do you think could help you feel okay about you?
Maybe if I had a little bit more confidence in myself.
And what would you have to do to have that confidence?
Learn to like myself.
Yeah, so what would you need to be saying about yourself?
That I'm worthwhile and that I'm special,
Well,
just like everyone else.
You might not need to be special. You might just need to be worthwhile just like anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, if you were thinking that about yourself, how would you feel?
Probably a lot happier.
So if we go back to the things you were saying before, you know, you're saying I should do a bit more for your friend.
For Bronwyn.
For Bronwyn. Maybe you'd like to do more for your friend. Yeah? But it's really difficult. But you're still okay. You're still as good as anyone else.
Yeah.
How would you feel then?
Maybe a bit better about myself.
Yeah. Let's just try something else, hey?
Okay.
This is going to be you. I'm not a very good artist. That's you. Okay? And you're made of a whole lot of bits of pie, as it were. Okay? Now, one of these bits of pie is not being able to do anything for Bronwyn. Well, not being able to do enough. So we know that that means not being able to do enough for Bronwyn. Okay? So that's something that you see as negative about you. Okay? Tell me some other things about you. This is hard work for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. It can be hard work. That sort of thing is hard work.
I can paint and draw.
Okay, so you can paint and draw. And that's something you can do?
Yeah.
Give it
And
a
I can
try.
sing.
You can sing? Yeah, you were saying that before. I like to sing too.
I do have lots of friends.
Lots of friends.
I don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. No drugs. So you see that as a positive thing?
Yeah. I'm a good cook.
Oh, what's your speciality?
Chinese.
Good.
I have a very messy bedroom.
Is that good or is it bad? Some people like a creative bedroom. Is that the way you express your individuality?
Yeah.
So is that good or is it bad or is it just neutral?
Just neutral.
So we'll put it on, messy bedroom. So you can see you're a rather complex person, aren't you?
Yeah.
With different attributes, different characteristics. Do you think it makes sense to put yourself down just because of one thing that you're a little bit unhappy about?
Well, not really now.
No, because you've got lots of other good things about you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be putting all your eggs in one basket.
No.
It's a little bit like you being a bowl of fruit. And can you imagine a bowl of fruit and you've got, a nice fresh banana, but then you've got another banana that's when you have them going off, they're just ready to make a banana cake, that sort of banana.
Yeah.
And then you might have some lovely grapes, and then you've got an apple, and then you've got a plum that's going mouldy, and then you've got a, what else? Well, we have some apricots, but one of the apricots is going off. Is this a good bowl of fruit or a bad bowl of fruit?
It's bad.
Is it totally bad? Would you throw the whole bowl of fruit out?
If it had mould on it?
No, but only some bits have got mould.
Well, then only some of them.
Yeah, so it's not a totally bad bowl of fruit, is it?
And I'd make juice with the rest of it.
Yeah, so there's still some good fruit. Yeah, and that's a bit like you. There's some bits that you don't like and some bits you do like. But you don't need to condemn yourself completely, do you?
No.
No. So what do you think you could start saying about yourself so that you feel a bit better, you don't feel quite as depressed?
Maybe that I'm worthwhile.
You are worthwhile?
Yeah.
No matter what?
Yeah.
And it could be, going back to what we were working on, it's disappointing that you can't do more for Bronwyn.
Yeah.
But, you're still
She
worthwhile.
just expects me to do everything for her, though.
Well, whose responsibility is that?
It's hers.
It's her responsibility. It's sad that she is that way, isn't it? But you're still worthwhile. So if you were saying it's disappointing that I can't do more from Bronwyn, but I'm still worthwhile, how would you be feeling?
A bit happier about myself.
Okay. Here we are. Why don't you write some of these things down? So, what are you going to write down?
That I should tell myself that I'm worthwhile.
Okay. Is that unconditional?
Yeah.
No matter what?
Yeah.
Do you want to write that down? I am worthwhile no matter what. Yeah? What else do you want to be telling yourself?
Maybe I need a bit of space from her.
Yeah? Well,
And then
yes.
if I had space from her, I could get a bit more happier.
Well, the other thing is, if she's a friend, maybe it is sad for you to see her that way.
Yeah.
Yeah? So do you think we need to acknowledge that it is sad for you, but it doesn't mean that you're not worthwhile. So it's sad to see Bronwyn that way, but I'm still worthwhile. And in some ways, I wonder if it's unrealistic to expect that you're going to change her.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think anybody can change you?
No.
Who can be the person that changes you?
Me.
So it's the same with Bronwyn. She has to change herself. So
Yeah.
what do you think you could be telling yourself about Bronwyn?
I could tell myself sometimes she's just looking for attention and to ignore her.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Would
find
that-
it really hard to do that.
Okay, so what do you think you could be telling yourself?
That she's a friend
Mm.
and that although she's just doing stuff for attention, I need to look after me first before I look after her.
Okay, so do you
Because
need to
she's
write
got
that-
her own supports and stuff.
So you're saying she has to take responsibility
For herself, yeah.
Yeah. I still personally think it's sad that she is that way.
Mm.
Yeah. So what do you think you could write down to be thinking about later?
that that she has her own supports and that I don't have to be there for her 24.
Okay, rightio. So she has her own supports. I don't have to be there for her 24/7. I wonder whether you also need to just acknowledge that it's sad for you to see her that way.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it's sad to see Bronwyn that way. Do you want to write that down? But what does it mean about you?
It means that I don't have to be down on myself.
Yeah, but you're still worthwhile, even though she is that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to write that down?
Sure.
It's sad that she's that way, but I am still worthwhile. She's worthwhile too, hey?
Yeah.
But, you know, you're the one, you have to keep thinking that you're okay. I'm worthwhile, I am okay. Now, if you can think that way when your friend Bronwyn is not too good, how would you feel?
I'd be better about myself, I think, not so down and depressed.
Okay. Well, how do you think you can get yourself to think more that way? What do you think you could do?
I can do positive thinking and
that's easier than it sometimes is to do, isn't
yeah,
it?
I can do some nice stuff for me, myself.
Yeah. You could act as though you're worthwhile.
Sorry.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could behave as though you're worthwhile. Yeah, so what would you be doing if you believed that you were worthwhile?